It's your boy Titus Peoples, and we are back with another episode of When Discussion Strikes. I'm here with a talented brother, two talented young brothers in the game, coming up in the world of content creating. And we're going to get into a dope conversation. I got my boy StriderTv in the building.
What's good?
And I got Wok in the building.
It's good. How y'all doing?
Yo, so a pleasure to have you guys here on When Discussion Strikes. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, so, like, Darnell, man. Oh, well, excuse me, StriderTv.
I mean, formerly Darnell O'Brien, the director, but StriderTv is the brand.
Yeah, StriderTv is the brand. So, why is content king right now? Like, tell me why is content important in today's climate for brands and anything that you're trying to do? Content is very important. I want you to explain that.
Well, first and foremost, as a creator, I just say as an artist, because, you know what I mean, like, to create, you gotta have an artistic mind. So, as an artist, you want to gather a following, and, you know, people are gonna look at your work. So the first thing you need to do is always have a constant stream of content. Even if it's not consistent every day, some people have the time and resources to do that. But if you don't have the time and resources to do that, still try your best to always put out content, because people are watching. You never know who likes your shit and who doesn't like your shit. But to even be considered a content creator or an artist, you need to have content. That's why content is king. You can't just walk around and say, "Oh, I'm an artist." That's cool, but you gotta have something to show. So
Most definitely.
Word.
Yo, so Wok, how you feel about that?
I feel like with content is literally what you say that you can do. Like, if I say I do this, I say I do that, what's the proof behind it? If you don't have that physical manifestation of whatever you talking, whatever you pushing, then what are you really doing? And I see a lot of people out here saying, "Oh, I rap, oh, I do music." All right, do you have a song? Is there a song I can listen to? If not, then what are you saying? Like, what are you really telling me, you know? And I feel like content is just that manifestation of all the ideas that you have, your creativity, and just putting it out there and showing it to the world that you're actually doing what you say you do.
Absolutely. And then just coming from like a company standpoint, even companies are now creating their own content to push whatever they're trying to do. Ice cream stores are doing like these little sit downs with customers and like everything.
Because at the end of the day, it's a way of communication. Like, whatever idea I have can be communicated by my content. If I'm trying to sell something, if I'm trying to show an idea, if I'm trying to start a movement, it's going to come from literally me putting that content out there to communicate to people, this is what I'm doing.
Word.
Oh, all right. And Strider, I see you big on the anime culture.
I mean, you know, that's one of my main influences for everything I do. So, you know what I mean? Like, growing up, it's like, there's a lot of things that really show me how to live my life in a certain way. But watching anime as a youngin', really, like, those lessons they put in there, bro, you feel me? Like, I recommend anime to anybody that's coming up, bro. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, my spectrum on that is only Dragon Ball, Bleach,
that's
like,
a good start, bro.
nah, but I'm not even gonna lie, like, there's people that's knee deep in the game.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, talking about 500 episodes of a show, JoJo and all that. I'm like, yo, who are these people? I don't know that. Like, you know what I mean? But we're gonna talk about how that world and the hip hop world collide. Cause as you see, like, there's a lot of hip hop artists that are coming in the game now, inspired by the anime. Like, you hear it in their bars. Like, they even come up with the contact, the one red eye contact and all that. So
I just did a blue eye.
oh yeah, like the blue eye, like, yo, I saw one how it's red, so like I was like, oh, okay. So explain how those two worlds are totally separate, but at the same time they seamlessly connect sometimes.
Well, like, when I think about that, bro, the first thing I always think about is, like, look at, like, Wu-Tang Clan, bro, you feel me? Like, those are the one, like, the fucking...
Those are the forefathers.
Yeah,
that's
that's
hip-hop
good, yeah,
that we know today. Not saying that they created hip-hop, but, you know, my generation growing up, our generation growing up,
Yeah,
Wu-Tang is a big influence. But y'all remember they was influenced by Kung Fu movies and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to, like, the Asian culture and the black culture just being intertwined like that. You feel me? Now, anime is animations, but it's Asian animations in particular, you feel me? So, like, depending on what you really gravitate towards you, and within anime, there's a lot of different, like, genres within that whole shit. But, you know what I mean? Like, the reason I feel like hip-hop and anime is so intertwined nowadays, especially, is because growing up, the 90s generation, bro, if it wasn't for Toonami, shit like that, bro.
After
Cartoon
school,
Network,
3 o'clock.
Important.
I used to run home, bro.
Pivotal.
Hell yeah.
I used to run home to watch
Pivotal.
Dragon Ball Z, bro.
Pivotal.
Feel me? So a lot of us grew up like that. And
definitely.
because of that, you know what I mean, like, growing into our being and becoming artists and all that, we look at our influences. And bro, like anime some real shit, man.
Anime is real, bro.
I think about the struggle of Goku always dying and coming through to save his peoples.
And it's funny because like a lot of people think like anime is this thing that only a certain type of people know, and there's something in anime for everybody. There's life lessons to be learned. There's certain things that you can pick up on and apply to your life if you're not so closed-minded to the fact that maybe it's a cartoon. Like people would let things like that deter what they really need to get out of the situation, get out of the art form. You know what I'm saying? I live my life like an anime every day, like literally every day. Up to this point, I'm on a whole Sega of anime year. You know what I'm saying? Meeting him is a part of my Sega. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of stuff that you can like take and relate it to your life if you're not so closed-minded. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Because also to add into that too, like you gotta think about the people that create anime, right? These dudes is not just somebody in the house just drawing shit. These motherfuckers went to school for that. These are intelligent motherfuckers. Like they putting in their knowledge and their
the time and effort and everything
into their animations, and they teaching the youth like that. So.
And another thing is just beautiful because it's like these dudes are creating whole worlds for us to get attached to us to branch on to. Exactly, like you know what I mean? You got people running around with their arms up, you know what I'm saying, off of somebody's idea, and that's what's so magical about it, because it's like they create these whole worlds that we interpret for our own, like, you know what I'm saying, okay, this is why that happened, this is why that happened, or maybe this, you know what I'm saying?
And that's a perfect segue into hip hop, because as an artist, bro, you creating your brand and your content, you creating your image, and I mean, like how Wok does it, bro. He's a legendary Wok, bro. If you don't know what a wok is something that you cook up with.
Yeah, I know.
So when this man's cooking in the studio, he's cooking up like an anime, bro. The whole aesthetic is anime style for me.
Literally, I'm a Legendary Wok. Like literally,
it's his shit. You
exactly.
So,
and that whole name spawns from what? Dragon Ball Z, Legendary Broly. Like I look at Legendary Bro, I'm like, yo, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's like, literally it.
Even the name Strider. I don't know if y'all may not be Marvel vs. Capcom players.
Oh yeah,
no,
Marvel vs. Capcom players.
You know, Strider is the one of the ninjas from that shit. He's
absolutely.
Like
yeah. Oh,
so you know,
I ain't know that. That's crazy.
I ain't
know that. That's hot. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yo, like listen, I'm glad to see that y'all brothers are heavily influenced by that culture. But like, it's so funny because like growing up, like you used to think that was only for like nerds and stuff like that. But then now, like you really get to see like a wide array of people that really love anime, from corporate people, the thugs on the street, and everybody in between.
Because I feel like that just happened in the last like 4 years? Because it was a point in time like,
absolutely,
you watch that? What is that? Oh, that's weird. And now there's dudes in the hood like, yo, bro, you Shippuden in my shit.
I just went to the Comic-Con. Bro, I never seen so many hood people at the Comic-Con. Yo, bro, I thought I was at the Source Awards or some joint like that.
They own it now.
Do-rags, Timbs, just out there. Like,
and that's why I feel like us kind of gravitating to that movement is the right time right now.
Absolutely.
It's really the right time, because a lot of people are gravitating to it now. Like, oh, wow, this is hot. Wow, why was I hating on it this long? I should have just, you know.
And then I look at it as a way for many different people at different walks of life to get together and not try to be so opposite and stuff like that. Cause like, yo, think about it. Like, we live in a world where like I could sit down and see you and think one way of you without even talking to you.
Based off what I look like, basically.
Exactly. So like, just to have that one common interest in like comic books or like games, that brings us as one.
Together. You can have a dude in the smack dab middle of the hood and have a nerd with a high class family having a conversation about a whole somebody made
like
in
Bleach
the
or something.
Exactly.
Word.
If it wasn't for this circumstance, they'd never cross paths.
Most definitely.
And that's the beauty of art.
So y'all basically just touched on it a tad bit. What is your favorite animes?
Alright, so I mean, like, that's always a tough question for me, just because like
super hard.
I'm a very niche anime, like, feel me. So I'd say my top 5. Now, you know what I mean? Like, people may not agree, but this is what I prefer. I prefer like more seinen. That's like so there's shonen and there's seinen. There's a couple other ones too, but the more popular ones are shonen and seinen. So shonen is like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, where it's like a hero character, but it's mainly made for teenage boys, you know what I mean? Or young kids, maybe 12 to like 15. But then you got seinen, which is more mature anime, which is like bloody, violent, maybe like some gruesome shit in there, you know what I mean? So my top number one recommendation for people that's really trying to see some horror shit, like if you get some spooky shit, you want to see some crazy violence, definitely check out Gantz. That's Gantz. Gantz. I say read the manga. If you're not familiar with manga, read the manga, watch the anime. They got a Netflix special, watch that too. Feel me? Then from there I go to Berserk, which is also a seinen. Very violent, but it's fire. The thing about Berserk is that the story is impeccable, bro. Storytelling is impeccable in Berserk. But Gantz is more about violence and it's more like spaced out, bugged out animations and shit. But you know, that's me. But you know, Gantz, Berserk, number 3, Dragon Ball, number 4, Yu Yu Hakusho, number 5. You know, number 5 is always a tough one. It's either between Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo. But you know, I put those in the same bubble just because those are like, that's like hip. That's Samurai Champloo and fucking Cowboy Bebop with the fucking, that's like the idea of music and hip hop and music and anime coming together, bro. Samurai Champloo is more hip hop orientated. Cowboy Bebop is more jazz orientated, feel me? So if you watch those animes and you like music, definitely check that out.
All right. How about you, Wok?
I'm gonna just take the hype beast answer and say Dragon Ball Z. Only for the simple fact, because that's what got me into all the anime shit. I remember back in the day being in the hood with my pop and him showing me the tsunami and shit. Like, oh, wow, like, this was going on, like, oh, okay. And me kind of gravitating, like, oh, I'm Goku, based off I work so hard. My work ethic is Goku. You know what I'm saying? I have the swag of a Gohan. You know what I'm saying? My dad, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to push me to be him. You know what I'm saying? So it was, like, easy for me to relate to them characters because they were so realistic. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's my favorite, because like I can really, I'm literally like 10 of them dudes. I see myself in 10 of them dudes. Like, okay, I'm Future Trunks today. Literally, today, I'm Future Trunks.
Future Trunks is my favorite character.
Exactly, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it literally is so many characteristics, and a lot of the characters on there that I can just really be like, wow, okay, I see myself in that person, and based off his story, I see what I have to do, in the sense of like, yo, I just gotta stay with it. You know what I'm saying? That was the made Goku so amazing. Like, he never was negative, ever. There's been, oh yeah, the world about to blow up, it's not looking good, we don't have enough power to defeat these dudes, but we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Always. That was always his thing. And that is just a key lesson that you can take in your life and apply it, like everything. All right, yeah, look bad, I don't got the rent this month, I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna get it popping, I'm gonna do it. Like, cause that's just what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yo, so Wok, Strider, y'all just worked on a project together. Like, y'all could jump into that real quick and tell us about the project.
Oh yeah, you know, Wok has a song coming out called Escape.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, maybe you want to touch on that a little bit?
I mean, you touch on it, I touch on it, you know what I'm saying?
So, you know, we came together, you know what I mean? We fused like Voltron, feel me?
Most definitely.
Came together, did an L project. I had my boy Uzan Arki. He's not here, but, you know, he's a great DP, upcoming dude. Shout out to everybody who came through and
shout out to everybody,
video,
it was
bro.
lit.
Like, that shit was a movie, bro.
It was.
It is a movie.
It is a movie.
But just being on set was a movie itself.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful vibe.
Words, man. So,
but yeah. I mean, the song is called Escape. The song is really near and dear to my heart. It was a song that I made, like, the beginning of the summer. And, like, during the summer, I was going through a lot of, like, bad situations, getting evicted from my crib, having to find a new crib, girl drama, you know what I'm saying, bunch of stuff. And, like, the song is called Escape because, like, the song's vibe is literally me escaping from those stresses of everyday life. And, like, when you listen to it, it has the feeling of just, like, yo, the first words is like, away, like, we're getting away. It's an escape from everything that's stressing you. Like, whether that escape is something that you like doing, whether that escape is a girl, whatever escape that you need to escape everyday life, it's escape. And that's what the song is about, just escaping.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope. So how does Strider prepare for a shoot? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's your mindset? What's the game plan? Like, cause like me and you both went to the same school, so like we all know about how execution works, right. But like you take bits and pieces and apply for what works for you. So what works for you?
Well, you know, as a director, you know what I mean? Like, it really depends on what my job is on the project, first and foremost. But if I'm put on as a director, I'm coming in with the psychological mind, you feel me? Like, I'm a philosopher and a psychologist first and foremost when it comes to the project. So it's like, all right, boom. The idea is that I'm trying to make the audience think and feel things, you feel me? So boom, right? Let's say I'm doing a music video, for example, with Escape. I told Wok send me the song. I listened to that song over 10 times just on repeat, bro. You feel me? Just so I can get a visualization of what to do. Like, when we talked about it, I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm a very like visionary person, bro. So I meditate. I close my eyes and just use my eye to just see different things. You feel me? So once I started hearing the vibes, you know what I mean, like, I seen the beach, I seen waves. You know what I mean? he had the same. We was on the same timing, bro. You feel me? We talked about this. We know the same vibrations with it, bro. That's how I knew that's the way to go. You feel me? But when I'm preparing for a shoot, like the actual shoot day, this is pre-production I'm talking about right here. You know,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, like when there's 3 stages of a video or a film project. There's pre-production, where you sit down, you plan it out, you make sure you got everything figured out. Then there's production, which is where you're shooting. And there's post-production, which is, you know, the word post means after. So post-production is when you're doing the most editing, sound fixing, whatever you gotta do, you feel me? But for pre-production, me and Wok sat down, we figured shit out. For production, we came through heavy, we came through strong. We had people on deck, we made the project happen. It was no mistakes, no, it was fucked up. That's because we took our time to plan it out, you know what I'm saying? So all I can say to anybody that's really doing film or trying to do any project in particular, bro, always plan properly, bro.
And take your time, too. Taking your time is key. Make sure you have them finances up to par, and take your time. Mm-hmm. So, Wok, man, explain that process. Like, explain your process on set. Like, how do you get into character? Like, how do you go full
So I feel like
gold hair, gold cool on
my process starts literally when I make the song. Because when I make the song, I'm not making a song like just to make it. When I make a song, I'm visualizing while I'm making it. I'm creating the world visually for myself to make the song. So before the song is even finished, I already know what the video I want, like what direction I want the video to go in, because that's the vibe that I made the song in. So when I made the song, I'm like, I'm already seeing the waves. I'm already kind of seeing it's something with a shorty, something with a girl, like taking on a adventure type shit. So like every time I make music, it's always a visual thing. I can see it, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I make music. So when I get into the video process, I like to make references based off of other videos that are kind of like the vibe that I'm trying to create for my video. And that's how I kind of like sent it to StriderTv, basically just a vibe of videos that was already made with my song on it. So it's like we can see it now. We can see how like certain cuts look with the vibe of the song. And then we get into like, okay, now we're gonna make it a physical thing. Like, what can we do? Based off this video, what realistically can we do? Can we get this? Can we get that? And then it just comes down to that, just putting things in order, making sure the process is right, making sure everything is organized and time is everything. So just making sure everything is in order.
To add into that too, like I would say this, bro, like if you're an artist and you work with a director or somebody that's a visionary, bro, it's always great to have a vision of your own too, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because that helps the director figure shit out easier. Like, I've worked with different artists that have no idea what they want to do with their song. Like, I was so appreciative for Wok to have that vision of his song and, like, just to have that clear view of his own project. That helped me see things clear as well, you feel me? Which makes my job a lot easier. So, you know, if I charge an artist a certain amount of money and they're like, yo, man, I don't know what to do with this song, it's like, bro, you're making my job a lot harder. But I love doing this, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, when you create an art, bro, really do it for the art. When people was just doing shit and not having an idea what they really want to do, or you doing it for the art, or you just doing it to do so you could do it. You know what I mean? Like,
or for the clout, just to say that.
Right, and there's a lot of that going on out there too. So, you know.
And that's a big thing for me, because it's like at the end of the day, like growing up, I looked up to people like A$AP. I looked up to people like Travis, people that went that extra mile for their art. So me being a person that kind of looks up to those types of people, I can't do nothing different. I can't just make a video. I can't just do just that. You know what I'm saying? It has to go the extra mile. It has to be something special. It has to be different.
Or I just can't stand in the kitchen with my shirt off and jump in front of a stove.
No, I just can't grab one of my homies and go in the corner and just, I just can't do it. And if I do it like that, it's gonna be in a whole, they're gonna be aliens or something. I don't know. Like, they're gonna have lasers come out their eyes. It's gonna be, but it gotta be different. It gotta be different.
So, that's what's up, man. Like, I'm glad to see y'all taking time to break down this creative process. Cause like we all creative in one way or form or fashion. Right. But it all goes about the execution. It all boils down to the execution. So, I understand that we in a culture where like shorties is on everybody, like, and like y'all into the comic books and the anime. See, I just got hip to these kind of shorties. The cosplay, I used to think cosplay girls were weird as hell, bro.
They are, man.
But nah, there's some fire cosplay shorties.
Listen, Titus, man.
Yo, bro, that's what I'm about to ask you. Cosplay girls, yay or nay? That's the question, man.
Honestly, I don't discriminate.
Well, here's the thing, right? I say this, right? Like, as a male, bro, like, especially being a male that, like, I've dealt with females, you gotta understand, bro, being an anime nigga, I have friends who've never dealt with girls or like that are really like nerds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those my peoples. I would never treat them no different. But cosplay shorties, that's how they capitalize on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you go to a convention, bro, you see mad nerds dudes. Like they just looking at these chicks. They revealing their skin and all that. Nothing wrong with that. Do you, shorty? I love it. I appreciate it. But that's how they get their clout, and that's how they get their following. And that shit builds their ego up. So you might see a shorty in cosplay, and you might really be like, just want to be like, oh, let me take a photo of you, or say something genuine, and she may feel as though you just being a thirst bucket, because that's what she's dealing with all day. Like a convention like Comic-Con, bro. Like you see a nice shorty that's cosplay nice. Guarantee you at least 1 million niggas talk to her that day already.
Trying to scoop it and all that.
Trying to scoop it, and it's mad creeps too. So their mind is on some like, yo, I gotta avoid creeps. If I'm only dealing with dudes if it could benefit me. And that's what I realized from cosplay chicks. Like,
that's intense.
Nah, but look though, like during the cosplay chicks gotta be careful. Do not just be accepting these photography shoots from any old Joe.
Oh no.
That's another thing too. Thank you for saying that, bro. I'm sorry for cutting you off. That's another thing too, bro. I've dealt with models. This is not cosplay chicks, but models, cosplay chicks, whatever you do. If you do photography with a photographer, bro, if you're a photographer, bro, just don't be a creep, bro. Because there's dudes out here who are really trying to do work. And because of that, a lot of chicks be just like real skeptical about you. But you know what I mean? Like, y'all making it harder for us who really trying to do this shit when you out here just trying to get pussy from like being a photographer, bro. Like,
yeah, stop being a creep, guys.
Words,
Yo, it's crazy, man. Like I had a friend tell me one time, like she went to a shoot for this guy. Yeah, like his Instagram was late, takes good pictures. Bro, she went to the spot, it was like 20 dudes and like she was like the only girl there. So it was just like hella weird for her. So like she was just like, can some of them leave? Like why is it like just, like why am I the only female here? Like, you know.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, like yo, that's scary.
Hell yeah.
So like you could just only understand where they're coming from when they just be like, oh, ill, like, like so, like, in that sense, I completely understand. Like, they have to do what they have to do to protect themselves. So, yeah, but cosplay shorties, well, shorties in general, man, stay safe out here. Like, there's a lot of craziness going on.
Man, we gotta protect and love our women out here.
Most definitely, protect and love our queens, man. That's what's up.
Shit.
Yo, so where can they find you at, Strider?
Oh, I mean, on Instagram?
Yeah. Oh, your links are going to be in the descriptions and all that.
I mean, as far as, like, in like real life?
No, I mean like Instagram.
You said where to find me. I'm like, I mean, you know, Instagram, Air Strider, AirStrider, Air Strider. It's the Air. I'm a Strider, you know. StriderTv on Vimeo, StriderTv on Facebook, Director Strider on Instagram as well. Yeah.
Wok.
Man, you can follow me on Instagram at Legendary Wok. You know what I'm saying? You can find all my videos on YouTube. Just type in Legendary Wok. What else I got? Twitter, King Wok XII. I don't even be on there, but I'm about to start getting back on that. Tumblr. I don't remember my Tumblr is.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure.
Tumblr was lit.
Yeah, Tumblr was lit. Is Tumblr still a thing? People still be on that?
Occasionally. Like, if the right picture pop up, then, like, it's lit. Like, you
can follow me on LinkedIn. It's like, nah. Yeah.
And then y'all know where y'all can find me at. I am Titus Peoples on Instagram, all social media platforms. Follow that Winter Discussion Strike page on Instagram. And yeah, man, like, yo, Strider, man, thank you for coming through.
Anytime, bro.
You know what I mean? Wok, always a pleasure. Like, yo, but like, we just gonna tie up this interview with just a few more little questions, man. All right, so style. I want y'all to describe y'all style, like, you know what I mean, fashion style. Cause like I'm dealing with the new generation guys here, man. Everything kind of tight, like, you know what I mean, shirts kind of, you know what I mean. I like a little bagginess to my drink. You feel me?
We from the same time, bro. Like my generation, like, all right, so my style is more like I'm influenced by ninjas mostly, bro. So like I like loose clothing. I like to be able to move freely. I want to be able to run, jump if I have to. Not saying I'm like, oh shit gonna happen. But you know, it's just like I like that feeling of freedom with my clothing. So I may wear like something that's a little tight at the bottom, but I like to, you know what I mean? I like to be a little loose at the top. I wear baggy shit. This is actually from the '90s.
That's a hot ass jacket.
This is a vintage Ralph Lauren jacket from like '95 or some shit.
Yeah, John's fine.
You know what I mean? So I wear shit that's like, all my shits is like baggy jackets, like. So, you know, it's a mixture of like the '90s style and the style now, you feel me? I just don't be wearing the skinny jeans and all that. But you know, maybe who knows? When I see something fire, you know what I mean? I'm a Ralph Lauren dude though. That's my favorite shit. Besides that, I'll make my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
word.
Wow.
Man, I get my drip from 2040, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the future with it, you know what I'm saying? All we rocking is futuristic shit, you know what I'm saying? It's my brand, the VD, you know what I'm saying? Got the VD kicks on as we speak.
Oh, my boy got his own sneaker. Check him out.
VD kicks, you know what we doing, man. I'm trying to bring everybody to the future.
Yo, Wok in the future, bro.
Yeah, we in the future, man.
Yo, son, like you the first guest on my show with their own sneaker, bro.
Bro, that's hot.
Yo, that's fire,
Yeah,
bro.
the VD, man. The VD forever, go get that, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's what's up. Yo, man, like, so predictions for this year. Like, we're going to talk about everything. Like, who's going to be the hottest artist? What's new? What's the new trends going to be? So for 2020, like, for the next 10 years, give me your prediction for the next 10 years, man.
Honestly, bro, like...
Is Drake going to still be lit in the next 10 years?
Yeah, bro, Drake is speaking of Drake, bro, Drake is just a mastermind artist, bro. Even if you don't like him, you do like him. He knows what he's doing. So I gotta respect that. But as far as just like trends and all that, what I see, like I feel like shit's gonna be flipped, like always, like they always bring shit back. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna bring the '80s style back, they're gonna bring the '70s style back, but it's gonna be flipped to the future, like Wok said. You know what I mean? He in the future. But it's still gonna be flipped from the past. Like shit always come back because all that shit is fresh, bro. You feel me? Like style, like whatever your style is fresh, bro. You feel me? Can't never hate on nobody's style. Like that's why a lot of motherfuckers be having a clone mindset. Like I'm gonna wear a Nike tech suit. Don't get me wrong, that's fire, bro, for you. But think about your own style. Like what makes you?
What makes you?
Right. So as far as predictions, I think style is just gonna be. It's gonna be the same shit. It's just a little more futuristic and it's gonna be a mix of the future and the past, bro. As far as style, as far as music, I feel like I mean, you know, a lot of people don't like the direction hip hop is going in right now. I really don't know what is gonna happen with that. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that there's a lot more lyricists come out. I'm hoping that people like still be groovy with their music, how like Juice WRLD and all of them dudes like
R.I.P. to the Juice.
Right, R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, bro. His music was groovy, bro. I mean, it was sad, but the beats and all that is groovy music. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope like people keep being expressing themselves as fully as possible as they can. What else you said?
Oh no, like just fashion, music,
Right. I mean, you know.
Nah, yo, that's good, bro.
As far as politics, I hope we get another black president.
That's another black brother in office. So
I'm voting for Kanye.
Yeah, definitely going for Kanye. What was the question again?
Predictions for 2020
Predictions.
You know,
predictions is what, like
music, fashion, anything.
A wise man told me that 2020 will be the year of the generational switch, a renaissance. And just to touch on basically what he said about everything being recycled from the 80s and 70s, I feel like that's what we're about to see. And we're also going to see a renaissance of just all that old shit that we love and really hold on to kind of be recycled in a whole new way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now, day and age of music, it's very microwavable. It's not like too much in it. It's more of a dollar thing than it is an integrity thing in the sense of artists are like, yo, I love music. Like, I want to bring new music. It's more like, oh, I'm going to do this. If this is what's hitting, I'm just going to keep doing it. Keep doing it until my run is over. And that's why we won't see any more Kanye's. Kanye never was the same person, like, on any album. Like, he always, and we're not seeing that. We're just seeing people play it safe. And I feel like this is going to be the time, 2020 is going to be the year that we start seeing people move outside of the box and not even want to be in the box. You know what I'm saying? And have a lot of people start gravitating to that new, oh, wow, finally, breath of fresh air. And I feel like, just to be honest, in the most humble way, I'm going to be that breath of fresh air.
That's what's up. Yo, there you have it. This is When Discussion Strikes, episode 6.
Yeah.
Wok in the building. It's Strider. I'm your boy Titus Peoples, and we out.